The last thing to rant about. The biggest flaw with all of Ninja Turtles, and pretty much all TV shows, movies, comics, video games, and other forms of media in general. The fandom. I have never met a fellow Turtles fan I could get along with because all of them are usually one of the following. First, we have the female fans, who just want to write fiction and or draw artwork of the Turtles getting it on, as well as being incredibly angsty, tortured, getting raped, or doing the raping, and of course committing suicide. Seriously, out of curiosity I read a fic about Turtle-cest, as the fangirls have dubbed it, and it ended with Raph slitting his own wrists with his sai because Leonardo didn't want to be with him after a night of sex, and Leonardo commits seppuku because he feels guilty about Raph's death. Look, I know the original comics and many episodes of the 2003 series were very dark, but give me a break! These are Ninja Turtles! Not a bunch of feminine emo pretty boys, but I guess in the eyes of a yaoi fangirl, any character with a penis automatically becomes that. I've seen fetish works of the Turtles being tortured and going through things you'd see in a snuff film or being emotionally tormented and torn apart while being raped. How the heck is that sexy? Let's not forget that with fans like these, we get many Mary Sues. Female fans making their own Lady Turtles and drawing pics and writing fics where they get screwed by the Ninja Turtles themselves. I wonder how Peter Laird would feel considering he hated Venus from the next mutation and hates the idea of a female turtle altogether. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only Turtles fan who doesn't want to bang the Turtles or watch the Turtles bang each other. Yeesh. And I thought all the porn of April O'Neil done by the Turtles fanboys was bad enough. Speaking of which, then we have the male fans. While the females often keep to themselves with their fetishes, which can only be seen in certain places, thank God, male fans are much more aggressive, much more angry, and overall are much more mean-spirited, especially towards each other. All they do is go to war and flame each other over which was better, the classic cartoon or the 2003 cartoon. What starts off as biased opinions eventually erupts into a war of Turtles fans who want to destroy each other just because others don't agree with them. I'd expect this kind of hostility from Harry Potter and Twilight fans, and maybe even Star Trek fans against Star Wars fans, but Turtles fans against each other. This is one of the reasons I started my Turtles comparison. It's not to settle once and for all which Turtles cartoon is superior, but simply to compare the two and help people learn more about the shows so hopefully people will be able to listen without much bias. A lot of people refuse to have anything to do with the 2003 series and as a result don't know much about it since it's so different from the classic cartoon. Same thing with some other people who enjoy the 2003 series who refuse to have anything to do with the classic series and thus haven't seen much of it because they feel it's too goofy and cartoony. I've actually been threatened via private messages by Turtles fans saying that they'd find me, beat me up, and even kill me if the side they like doesn't win the battle. That is just insane. You people really want to kill me over a cartoon? I don't know whether I should be afraid for my life or amused by your hateful ignorance. Look, Ninja Turtles is a franchise which throughout the years has made many people happy, especially children. There are children out there who grew up with the classic cartoon and smile whenever they think about it or see it because it brings back good memories. Most of those children are now adults. But the same thing could be said about the 2003 series. A new generation of children grew up with that, and that too made them happy. And when they grow up, they're going to look at it with the same admiration that older fans feel about the classic series. Not to mention, it's sad that people who grew up with the classic cartoon don't know about the original Mirage comics, or don't know that the comics came first, and in reality, the Mirage comics are the original source material. I'm sure a lot of fans of the classic series don't even know who Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman are, or refuse to acknowledge them as the creators of the Ninja Turtles. Think about this for a moment. Imagine you were an artist and you created something, and then it was altered heavily from your original work to the point where it was nothing like your original vision. Now imagine that everyone likes that over your original work. They don't acknowledge the fact that you're the creator, or simply don't acknowledge that your original work even exists because they're too busy enjoying and watching the altered version. Now imagine that when you finally get your original vision onto screen, everyone hates it because it's nothing like the one they grew up with, and they shun it and criticize it for being so different. Wouldn't that be unfair? The 2003 series and the original comics have the right to be acknowledged, and so do the people that created and work on them. I mean, if most of these fans who enjoyed the classic series also enjoyed the first movie, which was based off the comics, why wouldn't they be able to enjoy the 2003 series, since it was rather similar? I don't care what series people prefer in the end, but since we're all fans of the Turtles, shouldn't we just let bygones be bygones? The classic fans need to realize that the Mirage comics came first, and that the 2003 cartoon is based off that comic because the cartoon they grew up with was nothing like what the original creator intended. And for that, the 2003 series should at least be respected. Meanwhile, fans of the comic and the 2003 series need to acknowledge the classic series for helping to put Ninja Turtles into the mainstream and making them into beloved pop culture icons. If it wasn't for the success of the classic tune, then the 2003 series, odds are, would have never gotten a chance to be made. I honestly feel like I'm the only one who enjoys both the 2003 series and the classic series. And again, I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't want to do it with the Turtles or watch them doing it. Ugh. I like the classic cartoon for its humor and colorful characters, and I like the 2003 series for its action and character development. But overall, I love Ninja Turtles in general because it's fun. Fun to watch, fun to play, fun to read, etc. And fun is what I'm all about. The ending to my Turtles battle is coming soon, and one side will win. There won't be a draw. No matter what side wins, I want people to realize that I really do love both shows, and that in the end, just because I end up liking one more than the other, it doesn't mean that I mean the other show any disrespect. If the classic, 2003, and even the Mirage Turtles can put aside their differences and work together in Turtles Forever, why not us the fans? Although it's inevitable, when I finish the final video and declare one side the winner, I don't want people who don't agree with me to give me any hard feelings. For the last time, I respect different opinions, and all I ask is that you respect mine. This is Markman2020, signing out.